good afternoon. We have people in 6 different countries. So welcome to our Impact Analysis webinar. I want to do a quick little audio check. Can you guys hear me okay? You should have a questions box. You can write in there. Yes, no, it's choppy. Let me see here. Yes, John, thank you. Christian, William, yes. Awesome, guys. So I want this to be an interactive webinar. We've never done anything like this. This is something that is brand new. And wanted to share it with you, get some feedback from you guys, see if we can benefit a few people here. Now, free webinars, I got to tell you, free webinar, like I don't even know. Do you guys, any of you guys been on one of my last free webinars? Anybody? Fellow investor? I don't see anybody putting yes. And the reason is I don't do them. I don't do free webinars. Our product right now is at a place where we had to slow down marketing. Okay, we had over 300 agents join us in the last 6 weeks. And in order to give them the proper support that we promise, we had to slow down marketing, almost stop it to a halt. And so because of that, right, if we have very premium products, people are paying thousands of dollars for, and we had to slow down marketing. I mean, it doesn't make sense to do things for free, right? What makes sense is to raise prices. That's how you slow stuff down. So anyways, I'm sharing that with you because I do want to give you a lot of value today. These do not happen often at all. And it is my intent and my belief that what you will get from today for free will be more valuable than if you, I don't know, maybe you went and spent $1,000 on a course or $2,000 on a course or something like that, Facebook advertising or what's working now. This will be more valuable. This will be more valuable. I'm going to show you a couple of things that our clients are doing. And one of the advantages that we have is that it's just data, right? If you guys, there's two, and I want to make this very interactive. So if you want, we're going to do an impact analysis. I'm a little all over the place today. So make sure that you have a microphone you can use if you want to take advantage of that. Okay, this is something, again, that's worth thousands and thousands of dollars. My goal is to do 2 of them today, meaning 2 out of 126, 7 going up people. Maybe we can do 3, but this will be super, super valuable, super valuable. Anybody know who Jay Abraham is? So make sure that, yeah, you're in a spot where if you want to participate, you can use your microphone, and because I'll be talking to you, unmuting you here in a few minutes and going over your business specifically using our impact analysis to see where your biggest opportunities are. Now, the good news is when we have somebody here, there's going to be a lot of similarities with a lot of you. So a lot of you, although it might not be your exact business, will get a lot of value from it as well. But again, if you want to participate, make sure your microphone is working, make sure you're in a quiet place, make sure you're not driving somewhere, because yeah, we'll have to, out of courtesy and respect for everybody else, we'll just have to mute you real quick and go to the next person, okay? And so, folks, what I was talking about is the advantage that we have. All this data is just because we talk to a lot of agents, we talk to a lot of financial advisors every single day. Let's see, we have Ian here. This is Ian, one of our guys, and let's show his calendar real quick. Okay, this is Leslie. This is another one of our consultants. Look at her calendar for today. This is Wednesday 28th, today. Look at her appointments. Look at her appointments. Tomorrow, Thursday 29. Look at her appointments. Let's see what she has Friday. That will start filling up. Friday, here's Friday. It'll be filled by the time we get to Friday. I'm sharing that with you because I want to prove, there's a lot of people out there saying, oh, we got so many appointments, we got so much business, but they don't really prove it, right? And this is actually not the person I was looking for. We have, you can see on our team, these are our consultants right here. Everybody's schedule looks like that, packed. And the reason why that's important is because most agents, when you ask them, what do you need to go to the next level? They say more appointments, more people to talk to, more leads. And today, more than ever, agents are doing the wrong things. They're spinning their wheels. They're trying to do what they've been doing for years, face to face, in a virtual world, and it's not working, right? It doesn't work. Let's see, Ian, where's Ian? Here's Ian. Wednesday. Pretty cool, huh? Ian does a coaching call for us right here. And so the reason I was sharing with you is, let me get back to what I was getting at here. Ian, you can see right here, connection, connect. In the last month, 1M is month, 264 leads he generated. Divide that by 4. What is that, about 60 leads a week, something like that? And so, guys, let's get right into it. All right. Oh, we got a bunch more people showed up now. So we got Leslie, Evelina saying, sweet. All right, guys. So let me ask you guys, how many people, and just put a 1, how many people are doing most of their business virtual today? Put a 1 in the chat, put a 1 in the questions box. If you're doing most of your business, most is just more than half of your business virtually today. Okay, we got Leslie, Michael, Dierra. Is that it? Just 3 of you? Come on, guys, we need some more participation. Christian. So only 4 out of 134 people. Just put a 1, and then we got people putting yes and not following directions. And okay, still very few. I'm showing about 10. 10 out of 136 people now. Is that right? That's it, guys? Nobody else? Wow. So the rest of you, I'm assuming, you're doing your business, most of your business face-to-face. Put a 2. You're doing your business face-to-face. William, face-to-face. Where are you located, William? Sherry, where are you located, Sherry? Glenn, fellow investor. That's kind of funny. Nicole. Dallas, Detroit. Okay. So here's a first little nugget. People are experiencing extra obstacles doing business face-to-face today. Let me explain what that means. Most people are nice. Yeah, sure, come on over to. One of the things that we've seen, and again, I showed you the calendar of how filled we are, not to show you that, yeah, we can book appointments, but to show you that an advantage we have is that most agents are just their agents. Maybe they talk to their manager once a week or twice a week. Some people talk to their manager once a day. Cool. We talk to about 200 agents a day. Yeah, think about that. We talk to about 200 agents and financial advisors a day. That's 1,000 a week. So we're getting the data from all these agents. What's happening, what's working, what's not working in real time. And then we're able to make moves, make modifications, depending on that data that we receive. There's not a single company out there that has that advantage. We talk to more agents today than anybody else by far, every single day. And so every day, we gain a greater advantage. Every day, we gain a greater advantage. By the end of the day today, we'll have a greater advantage than we have right now, because we're just getting more information, more data. And so one of the things that we know for a fact, because we've had thousands of agents tell us in the last 12 months, is that doing business face-to-face, their closing percentage has gone down from what it used to be. No-show rates, here's a big one. No-show rates are up by over 40%. No-show rates are up by over 40%. So an agent is going through the hard part, the struggle of setting an appointment, whatever that means for you. Maybe it's calling hundreds of old leads. Maybe it's calling 20 fresh leads. Maybe it's asking 10 of your clients for referrals, right? Maybe it's doing 10 policy reviews, whatever it might be. That's the hard part. And over 40% of those increase, won't show up. We won't have a opportunity to present. Okay. Anybody experiencing that? Yep. Evelina says yes. Yep. Nicole, fellow investor, yes. Right. The average agent spends 80% of their time prospecting, the whole 80-20 rule, 80% of their time prospecting. And they're doing that harder than ever before. And then all of a sudden, they think they have a full day, right? I've had that. I'm excited. Ooh, got 4 appointments today, or I got 6 appointments today. And all of a sudden, it's the end of the day. I've driven all over the place. I've done all these illustrations. I've done all this work beforehand. I've looked at my people. Okay, any pre-existing conditions I need to worry about, any medications, and I'm looking at different scenarios and doing different carriers and who's going to give them. Oh, this guy's a little overweight. Who's going to give them? Let's look at the weight charts. Let's look at the weight charts. Who's going to give them a better deal for this guy? He's a little heavy. All this time invested, all this energy, and all of a sudden, nothing happens. Next problem that we've seen over the last year. I'm gonna give you the solution in a second. So we have ones, people that are doing business virtual, 2s, face-to-face. Give me a 3 if you're doing both. Give me a 3 if you're doing both. Some virtual, some face-to-face. Some part of my presentations are virtual, some are face-to-face. Give me a 3 if you're doing both. A lot of 3s. Keith, Glenn, Chris, William, Michael, Christian. So let me ask you a question. Was Michael Jordan better when he was 100% focused on basketball? Or was he better when he had one foot into basketball, the other foot into baseball? Where did he make a greater impact? Yeah. Absolutely. Whoever focuses on one thing does a whole lot better. This is a very tough business. If you're doing half virtual, half face-to-face, you're a part-timer. That means you're doing virtual business part-time. You're doing face-to-face business part-time. Nothing great happens part-time. Yeah, William just put this is the old, what is it, Chinese proverb, William? Chinese, right? It says, he who chases 2 rabbits catches neither. It's been a while since I read that. I think it's Chinese, right? Yeah, Chinese, he says. He who chases two rabbits catches neither. And so what happens is most agents are trying to bend over backwards for their client, right? Well, how do you want to do it? Oh, well, I want to make the phone call and do it virtual, show me some prices virtually. And then if I want to move forward, then I want you to come over to my office or my house and write it up. Okay. Most agents are like, okay, sir. Yes, yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Most agents are chasing their clients. Let me ask you, what's your natural instinct? If somebody all of a sudden starts chasing you, what's your natural instinct to do? Somebody starts chasing you. What's your natural instinct to do? Yep, run away. And so here's what we have found over the last year. Yes, you can do, there's some areas that are pretty open to do business face-to-face, but efficiency has gone down. No-show rates has gone up. Can you make a living? Yes, and we have agents in our program making a living. But here's a good analogy, here's a good comparison. Making a living right now, selling insurance right now in today's world, face-to-face, is the equivalent of selling insurance around December. Here's what I mean by that. And I used to train my agents, I still train my agents on it. A lot of people take off in December, right? How many of you take off in December? Nobody wants to buy insurance in December. Well, we've had some record months in December, but I tell my agents very clearly to set the expectations right. You're gonna have to do 50% more work to get the same results in December as you did in July or right now. You're gonna do 50% more energy, 50% more effort, 50% more dialing, 50% more appointments, 50% everything more to get the same result as you do the rest of the year. So while most people take it off, we don't. We work 50% harder in December. And because of it, we have a lot of our agents have record years in December while everybody else is taking it off. But my point of this is, yes, it can happen, but why do you want to work 50% harder for the same result? Because if you are doing it face-to-face today, guys, again, you can make a great living. Don't quit, don't stop. Don't say, oh, I'm gonna stop till I figure out this virtual thing. No, don't do that. Put 50% more effort. Book 50% more appointments, knowing that no-show rates are 40% higher. Put in that 50% extra effort. That's what you have to do. Or you go 100% virtual. Here's the important part when you go virtual. You have to be 100% virtual. Again, let me read it here. He who chases two rabbits catches neither. This is an old wise, probably a couple thousand years old. He who chases two rabbits catches neither, right? We have William said that. If we have two Williams, one William is doing half virtual, half face-to-face, and then I have another William, same talent, same skill set, same everything, except he's 100% focused. Even if he's 100% focused on face-to-face, he will do better than the other William that's spreading himself in two different directions. So again, for those of you that are splitting it up, know that you don't have to. Know that by letting your client know this is the way I do business, that will actually help you. It'll set you apart as a professional. And I'll give you an example, and then I want to get into our impact analysis and show you how we're increasing premiums, some of the other promises that we made, what our clients are doing to increase premiums by over 200%, how our clients are closing business in one virtual call, one virtual Zoom video call, what's working today, what else, a couple other things that we found over the last 12 months that are working right now. So Let's go ahead and do that. Let's get right to it. Let me see where, okay. So I want to bring somebody on, and so we can show a real life example. I like that. It's going to be a lot better, a lot more value for you guys instead of theorizing, right? One of the things that we found out too, when this is positioned properly, show rates are almost 100% virtually. Another thing that we found, by the way, here's another little trick. These are little tricks that we found through doing thousands of these over the last 12 months. And they're tiny, but most people don't get them figured out. When you do a Zoom call with somebody, make sure that, well, maybe I should ask you guys a question. Who's doing Zoom calls today? Who's doing Zoom calls? Ron like Cal, yeah. Looking at some of the answers from before, yeah, okay. James, Leslie, William, okay. When you do a Zoom call, what is your process for showing your camera? Do you show your camera? Do you show your face? I guess I should say, do you turn on your camera for everybody? Do you have everybody turn on their camera for you? I'm just trying to learn. Okay. Here, I'm going to unmute somebody because it's kind of hard to do it through the chat. So let's bring on the first person who is in a quiet place. You have a good microphone, and we're going to give you some value here. We're going to do an impact analysis for you. And go ahead and put James Aiden says camera on me only, screen share at times. Okay. All right, guys, so in the chat, if you want me to unmute you, let's see, put a number 9. Put a number 9 in the chat if you want me to unmute you. It's one of my favorite numbers. Probably my favorite number, number 9. Let me see. Okay. So we got, all right, so Leslie. Try Leslie. Leslie McPherson. Hey, Leslie, you're unmuted. You got to unmute yourself on your side.
Okay, can you hear me?
I can.
Okay, hi, great to talk to you.
Yeah, how you doing today?
I'm doing just great and better. I've got some appointments set up this afternoon, so I'm learning from you. Thank you so much.
Cool. Good to hear it. Where are you located?
I am in Dallas, Texas.
Okay, nice. Is that where you do most of your business? And I got so many 2s and 1s, I kind of lost track of who said who. Were you one of the ones? Are you doing your business face to face? Are you doing it virtually? Are you doing both?
I'm doing 100% virtual, phone and virtual.
Okay, good deal. What are you selling primarily?
Life insurance.
Okay, okay. And who are you selling with?
Inheritance Financial Life.
Got it. Okay. And are you selling mostly, is it IULs? Is it term? Is it whole life?
Mostly, my passion is the IULs, but it's mostly like the mortgage protection terms. I
Okay.
do a little bit of final expense, but I'm trying to gravitate to getting people in that IUL.
Okay, cool. All right. So let's see what we can learn here. How do you generate your business? How do you generate your appointments?
I mostly rely on buying leads and then
Okay,
referrals from those people.
got it. And how many leads a week are you buying?
At least, well, I'm doing a combination of about 100 of aged leads and then about 15 of like brand new leads that are a little higher priced.
Okay. So 15 of the fresh ones and 100 of the aged ones. How long are the aged ones? How old are they?
I'm pretty much targeting on about a year old, but there are some that I've collected over that are like 4 and 5 years old. And so then I'm basically kind of cold calling them in a way.
Sure. I've done that. Um, yeah, I've called 2-year-old final expense leads. I did that for 4 months, something like that. When I was getting started
Okay.
in the life insurance business. So I know how hard it is. Basically, yeah, cold calling. I used to just show up at their door, actually. I started cold calling, but most of them 2-year-old leads, final expense. These are seniors, low income, bad health. Man, a lot of disconnected numbers, a lot of wrong numbers, so I just
Yeah.
mapped them out and started showing up at their door. And almost every day I'd have somebody look at me like they saw a deer in headlights and say, why are you asking for that person? I said, well, they sent in this information. Of course, I didn't say 2 years ago.
Right.
And like, oh, they passed away like 6 months ago. It's like,
Oh,
oh, okay. My condolences. And that would happen about almost every day. Well, probably 3 times a week because I was all day long. I was door knocking hundreds of leads, right? I'd put them all together by sections, by neighborhoods, by parts of the island. This was mostly in Hawaii.
oh,
But that's how I started, little by little. And then once I was able to afford fresh leads, then man, it made it so easy because I was used to dealing with these 2-year-old leads, and now all of a sudden, these fresh leads that were expecting my call, they made all the difference in the world.
mhm.
All right, cool. So I was getting this calendar for you guys. Let me test something out real quick. Copy and tell me if you get this. Wait, huh? Why am I not? Let me see. Okay, so copy. Questions. One of the things that you'll learn very quickly, everybody, is I'm not a techie person. I'm an insurance person that knew we had to figure out this techie stuff. Okay, I don't understand why I can't put it in here. Questions, audio, chat. Okay, maybe that's it. Let me try that. I usually don't do this, and I usually have my right-hand man test. Okay, you guys got that? Let me send a quick message real quick. I don't know why I can't put this link in the chat. I should be able to put this link in the chat. Let me try something real quick. Here we go. Booking page. Oh my goodness. Okay, let me send a quick message to my tech guy. Luckily, I have a tech guy now. Hey, buddy, really need your help right now. I know you're doing a coaching call. I need the link. I can't copy and paste it for the appointments on the chat. I keep trying to do that and it's not working. I don't know if you can jump into the webinar real quick and put it in there, or what would be the simplest thing, but I need to be able to give the link. Thank you. Okay. So, everybody, I'm telling you, if I can do this, you guys can do this. One of the greatest things about this is the fact that you can do this anywhere in the world, from the comfort of your home. Right now, I usually go into the office. Today, I am working from home. And it took my son to, let me see if we can get this. Can you see me? Wearing my hat?
Yes.
Okay. And see, so I'm working from home, which is at the beach. That's where I choose to work because that's what I love to do. But what's great about this is that we teach you how to be able to do this from anywhere that you want to do it from. No more commuting, no more of that stuff. Show you guys what I was doing this morning. The most important thing for me is my family. And this morning, Wednesday mornings, I take one of my older kids. They're 8 and 9. So today I took my son to breakfast. Oh, this is from yesterday. This is actually our new YouTube campaign that we just launched. Now, this was from the office yesterday. So we love the beach. So my office is on the beach. You can hear Israel in the background. But this was, so that's what's important to me. It's Wednesday morning, took my son to breakfast. Could you see that, Leslie? And he's playing catch with a dolphin.
Yeah, it was lovely.
While most people are maybe stuck in traffic or doing whatever. So whatever's important to you guys, that's why I didn't go to the office today, because on Wednesdays, I take turns. I take my older kids to breakfast. We get to spend time together, just the two of us, see what's going on in their life. We usually go around 8:15, come back to the house around 9:15. The last couple weeks, we've been going to a place where they have dolphins. My kids are playing catch with a dolphin. Like, who? That's crazy on a Wednesday morning, work day. And so whatever it is that's important to you, whether it's family, whether it's kids, whatever it is that you want to do, that's really what this is about. This is about being able to work less and do more, right? Work less and do more. So let's say, okay, so you said 15 leads per week. What do you pay for those leads?
For the 15, they're about 43 a
Okay.
piece.
Yeah, that's about right. Okay. And then the aged ones are how much?
$1.
Okay. And how much time do you spend prospecting per week or
Um,
per day? Most.
it seems like a lot because the majority is the old leads. So I break down Monday is my dial day, and I've got to get through a whole bunch of those age leads to book. My goal right now is 15 appointments each week, but working uh, Tuesday, Wednesday, and overflow on Thursday.
Got it. Okay, so that would be 3 appointments a day is the goal. 15 of the good leads per week. So most agents tell us when they're doing what you're doing, they're spending 3 to 4 hours a day prospecting. Is that fair? Is that high? Is that low?
I'm probably spending probably 6
Okay.
on average.
Okay. And how many appointments do you do to close a sale? Do you do it in 1 appointment? Do you do 2 appointments?
Well, it's becoming what I've noticed if I do it in 1 appointment, I've kind of changed my strategy. The 1 appointment close, those don't seem to stay on the books as well. But now that I'm doing a 2 appointment close, they're staying on the books more. So it's
Okay.
really booking next week at the same time to finish and stuff.
Got it. Okay. And so you said 15 is your goal to do per week. What are you actually setting up per week?
Setting is my goal is to book 20, like book appointments and sit on 15.
Okay.
And that's
And,
not always working.
okay. Yeah. And what are you, if you had to put an average to how many you're actually sitting in, would you say it's more like 10 or 12, or are you hitting the 15, or what are you at
It's
about
probably more like 4 or 5.
per week?
Yes.
Okay. So let's do, so about one daily. What's your closing percentage on them when you book an appointment?
When I okay, when I book an appointment, well, because I've right now I've got a lot of no shows.
Okay, so let's, the ones that you talk to, let's say you talk to four,
Mhm.
how many do you close?
Uh, probably three.
Okay, so if you talk to four people, you close three. Well, that's good.
Yeah, I'm just not talking to that many people.
Okay. What's your average premium per case?
Uh, about I'd say average, probably 105.
Okay. All right. Are you writing about 18,000 a month in premium?
Uh, I'm more, I've been closer to about 15.
Okay. Got it. So we're pretty close there. This is actually good because I got to tell you, most agents that we do this with, again, we're doing this with a couple hundred agents a day, um, miss their numbers completely. Like this number here ends up being, like 30,000. Are you making 30,000? They're like, no, I wish. No, it's more like 10. Like, okay, so what's
Yeah.
off here? And then they're like, well, yeah, kind of like you said, you did it up front. Well, I'm really only sitting with about 4 or 5.
Hmm.
Or you know what? I'm probably closing more like 1 out of 4, not half or whatever it might be. So it's people really start reflecting on their numbers, and so this is pretty close here. Um, Now let me see here. So let me see. Who's your target market? Like who would you love, your ideal client? Who is your perfect client?
That would be, say 20 to 45, so I could get them into the IUL.
20 to 45. Okay. And any sort of specific type of person? Are you talking to any, maybe business owners or doctors or attorneys, or is it just kind of anybody or?
It's right now because I am still kind of new, so I'm branching out eventually. Like I do want to talk to doctors and stuff, and but right now I'm just relying on the leads that I'm buying.
Got it.
But I do want to branch out to go target uh, small business owners, and things like that. Exactly what you just said.
Let me see. Got it. Trying to get this guy on. All right. Good deal. All right. So let me show you what we do here. This is your present business right on the left, and then we
Hmm.
have your predictable premium. And this is where we show people what it is that they can do to increase their business. What's going to make the greatest impact in their business? Most agents, everyone, are focused on 10 different things. Well, maybe I'll talk to some P&C people to send me some business. Maybe I'll talk to some mortgage brokers and they can send me some referrals. And maybe I'll buy some more of these leads, and then I'm going to do some referrals, and I'm going to go to these networking events. And they're kind of average and mediocre at 10 different things. We've had 2 agents join us in the last 60 days that were earning over $1 million a year already. And one of the things that is very common with these high earners is that they specialize. They get very good at one thing. One guy only works with a specific type of developer, real estate developer, commercial real estate developer. The guy made about $6 million last year. Pretty crazy. right? He's
Wow.
doing about $500,000 a month in commissions. Him and an assistant, that's it. No team, no other baggage, him and an assistant doing very, very big cases. The other person deals with executives from the big 4 accounting firms. That's it, okay? Now, this is something that you don't want to like, okay, that's it, I'm going to drop everything, I'm going to start. We have people that go after NFL players only, do very well with NFL players. People that go after doctors only, do very well with doctors. And so they become an expert in their field, somebody that's actually, they have people going to them to help out. Oh, here, I got Israel here. Hey, Israel, can you unmute yourself?
Yes, I'm here.
How do we get the calendar on the chat?
I just sent it to everyone, to the entire audience.
I wonder why I couldn't put it. Can you see that? Let me see. Leslie, can you see it in the chat, the calendar?
Let me look here. Oops, get my mouse over there. Yes.
Okay. All right, guys. So you should have a calendar in the chat, and I'll let you know what that is for. Israel, thanks, man. I don't know why I wasn't able to copy and paste it. This is Israel, guys. He takes care of all our tech. He saves me about 10 times a day, right? Where is he?
11.
Thanks, dude.
No
Appreciate
problem.
it. He's our tech genius. All right, buddy. Thank you. Today, I was like, I don't need you. He usually does these webinars with me to help me out with stuff like this. I was like, I don't need you, man. We're super busy right now. He's actually doing some private coaching calls that we just hired 3 brand new private coaches that are doing coaching for our clients. So we have a total of 5 now, but 3 are brand new. So he's getting them up to speed. So he's doing stuff that he usually doesn't do, stepping in. So I was like, you know what? I don't need you. I'll handle it. But obviously I did need him. Let's see here. I'm not a very techie person. So one thing I'll share with you guys with our program is that our clients get to use Israel. He schedules calls with them. Israel, who you just heard, he does all the technology for our clients. You don't want me doing your technology. Trust me on that. I'm horrible. And I had to learn all this stuff the first few years that I was in business with this program. And luckily, yeah, about 3 years in, I was able to afford somebody that could just handle it. And now he's been handling it now almost for 3 years now, well over 2 years. So it's working out very, very well. But our clients get to do that because most insurance agents are like me. I call myself a dinosaur. We're not very tech savvy. I fought tech. It intimidates me and confuses me. I still try to do as little as possible. And so that's how we're able to solve that problem. For anybody that thinks, you know what, I'm just not a tech person, then no problem. With our program, Israel will do all the technology. He's the same guy that does it for me, for my business. We run millions of people through our funnels, our landing pages, our websites, everything. Millions and millions and millions of people go through it every month, every 30 days, millions of people. So he can definitely handle anybody else that's here on the line. All right, so let's get back. I'm glad we're able to get that fixed. We put the calendar there in the chat section, guys. And so what this is for is that I'm going to see if we can do 2 of these here. But for anybody that wants their own impact analysis done with one of our coaches, we're going to give you a 45-minute impact analysis strategy session where we'll give you one of these customized to you, and we're going to give it to you. Whether you want to go take it to your manager or your partner and you guys do it on your own, feel free. Or, of course, if you want to do it with us, we'll let you know what it would take to do it with us. We've done thousands of these. We know how to implement these very, very quickly. And so let's focus back on Leslie here. Let's get back to the impact analysis. Okay, so what I'm going to show you, Leslie, is let's talk about doing an IUL. Now, for us, the average IUL case is right at about $525 per case.
Okay.
You want to do how many appointments? About 15 a week, so that's 3 a week. Okay. Closing percentage 50%. Let's say that we're doing them virtually. I want to be very, very conservative with this. Let's say that we're doing, let's see, 15% virtually, okay? And I'm being super, super conservative. This is the absolute minimum number that we accept for somebody that's doing business virtually, meaning us, our clients that we work with. We want to make sure that when we start, before we even start talking to clients, and we have a way that with our team, we do role playing, we do simulations, we videotape each other, we get to a minimum of 15%. If you can get to 15% consistently, then you're making money virtually. That's the absolute minimum though. That's in order to get started. I want to be very conservative. Now, our next goal, and you can write this down, is we want to get you to 20% as quickly as possible, okay? We have many agents just starting out. They're at 20%. They get to be at 20% 30 days after working with us, 6 weeks after working with us. They're doing appointments consistently like this, 3 or 4 appointments a day. And within 6 weeks of working with us, that second month, they'll bring in $20,000 virtually, 100% virtually. So that's what we want to do for everybody here. Minimum, you want to be at 15%. If you're less than 15%, you're going to be losing money. You're going to be losing money. Over 15%, you'll be making a little bit of money. You'll be paying some bills. That's the absolute minimum. You don't want to put any money out until you do that. That's one of the things that we do with our program. We get people started and they're always asking about, well, how much for advertising? How much for marketing? And we surprise them, we say 0. I don't want you to spend any money at all until you get all your investment back and you get a minimum of 15% closing virtually. We can do that within 30 to 6 weeks, or 30 days to 6 weeks, 30 days to 45 days. And then at that point, we're consistently doing 5,000, 6,000 a week. And then from there, we can look to go even better, even bigger. But that's it, at 50%, you're making money. So here's what the numbers would look like if you're able to get 3 appointments a day to actually sit with. That's something that's very, very simple. We start our team. We have agents that work with us internally. We start them at 6 appointments a day. 6 appointments a day, and I'll show you guys. Okay, you guys don't take any pictures of this. Bet you everybody just pulled out their camera. This is our internal team. This is today. You can see the red line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They start with 6 appointments every day. Okay. Just wanted to show you that because that's what we start people. Sometimes when we talk about these numbers, people are like, "What? That's crazy. That's too much, right?" Would you like to have 6 appointments a day, Leslie?
Yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah, and that's great. 6 times 5, that's 30. You want half that right now.
Yeah.
And so for most people, these numbers are crazy. I mean, you're not alone. For most people, they're struggling. They're working hard. They're spending 6 hours a day prospecting. You want to know the best part? These 6 appointments a day. Do you know how much time these agents spent?
No.
To create those? Hours spent prospecting daily. Can you see this right here?
0. Oh my gosh.
It's all done automated. Wow. Yeah, pretty cool, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so for IULs, I'll share with you that right now, guys, I'm going to give you another little secret. IULs, the #1 best place. Let me ask you, Leslie, and also the chat, the questions box. In the questions box, where is the best place to find perfect prospects online for IUL today? I shouldn't even tell you guys this. Do you have any idea where, Leslie? Anybody else in the chat? Where is the place right now, the best place to find perfect IUL candidates? People that can pay $500 a month, $600 a month, $1,000 a month. We had somebody just write $150,000 a year policy. What is that, like $12,000 a month? That's crazy. I never wrote one that big, by the way. I never did that, but it's so cool to see my students doing that. Any idea, Leslie? Let's see if we have anybody in the chat.
I would think either buying the leads, but then also Facebook or marketing on Facebook.
Facebook's #3.
Oh.
So we have a couple people. Sherry, you got it right. James, you got it right. Everybody else, you're wrong. So that's cool. We have 2 people that know where. LinkedIn.
Ah,
LinkedIn is a place where you can laser target these perfect candidates.
okay.
And let me show you one of the things that we're doing. So this is Ian. And again, we can show you 1 month, 264 leads. So let's see, online calculator. So 264 times, what are you paying for your fresh leads? 40.
43.
Oh, okay, let me see here. 43.
Or did you say age leads or fresh?
Fresh.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so these are LinkedIn leads. People are in LinkedIn. We have a gentleman that is number 17 for Northwestern Mutual. This gentleman brings in over 3 million a year. He's been working with us for a couple of years now. And he's going after investment bankers. Now, when he started with us, he was going after radiologists. That's what he'd been doing he's been in the business for over 10 years. Radiologists. Now, he found that investment bankers are funner. They're more educated when it comes to money. You have to educate these radiologists, these doctors a lot about money. And so he has a lot more fun, and he's actually writing a lot bigger sales. In the last 6 months, he sent me a message. He just wrote over 200,000 in target premium. He does investments, and he got over $4 million in assets under management using LinkedIn, using this exact thing I'm about to show you guys. Now, what's great about this is that what I showed you, I'm looking, I got too many windows open now. And guys, we're going to be running out of time because we only have a few more minutes. This is an hour webinar. I'm going to go over a little bit, but I'm not going to have time to do another one. If you want to sign up for your own impact analysis, we will give it to you. We'll go dive deep into your business, see what you have going on. We'll get really specific, and we will give you your own impact analysis before you end the phone call. No obligation to do anything with us. Of course, we'll share with you, hey, if you want to do it with us, here's what we would do. Here's what it would look like. If you want to have Israel, the guy that just saved me, do all the technology for you so you don't have to mess with it. Like, I don't have to mess with it anymore. It makes life so much more enjoyable. But Ian, in this case, off LinkedIn, he got, that's a little hard going back and forth, 264 leads. 264 leads. Got to remember 264 leads divided by 4. 264 divided by 4 equals 66. Perfect number, 66. So he's getting 66 leads a week for the last month. That would be an equivalent if we do what most people are paying. $40 is about right. That's about $11,000 a month spending on leads. Now, the good thing is that happens every month. So just so you guys know, that's kind of like a bonus thing we do with our program. Our program costs less than this one time, this monthly fee here, less than that one time. And we have our agents, we have on that platform, by the way, over 400 agents that are all generating 200 to 300 leads a month. Fresh leads, exclusive investment bankers, like Brad is doing, investment bankers, doctors, attorneys, people that are perfect for these IULs. So it's the equivalent of 11,000 per month. Now, I'll show you a couple other things there. You can see he has his inbox here. He checks it every day. Inbox 16 messages. These are 16 people that want to talk to him today. He checks it every day. 16 people that say, yep, I want to talk to you. So for your IUL people, you can find them online. You can find them on LinkedIn. very easily. We could do a search. You're in Texas.
Uh-huh.
So let's just say you want to go after doctors just because they're very popular. And let's see, location, Texas. So we have over 50,000 doctors right here in the state of Texas. So maybe we just want to get really close and say Dallas, Fort Worth, Metroplex, and get rid of United Texas, 17,000 results. Now we're getting a little bit closer to what we can work with. This is just in Dallas,
Okay.
doctors. And now we can keep getting more detailed with it. For now, I'm just going to keep it here, but we can get years in current position. Let's do that, 3 to 5. Now we have 3,000 results, perfect. So here's 3,000 doctors in your area. Doctegrity, Chief Information Security Officer. Oh, roof doctors. We'll have to do a little bit of filtering. Okay. Director of Sales, Doctors in Training, Health System, Doctors Hospital. So here we got a bunch of doctors. So what you can do, Leslie, is you can actually reach out to them, and you can do it internal medicine. Let's see here, let's do this MD guy. Has all these letters by his name, MD, MBA. And you can reach out to them one by one, the way most people are doing. Instead of calling, they're reaching out to them.
Okay.
And you can start generating business that way. Now, what we do, our clients have this automated machine. You can see this here, 40. It's sending out about 45 messages a day. You can see here, 45 messages a day. You have the reply to messages, about 3 a day. Those are people saying, or on that specific day, 3, saying, yes, I want to talk to you. Yes, I want to talk to you. Today, in the last 24 hours, we have 16 here. And that works very well. One of the things that we do with our clients also, guys, is we give you templates. So we're like, okay, great. What do I say to these doctors? We have proven templates where we can just copy and paste. Campaigns. Inbox. Let's go to inbox. See, you can see reply templates right here. Point confirm, let's say, hey, you're in my calendar for day, this hour. Also, you will receive confirmation via email shortly from Ian. I'll be calling you from this number. So that's for confirmation. For hot prospects, let's hop on a quick 10-minute call, and we have the short one. These are hot. These are people who say, yes, let's meet now. We have the warm one, which people that are like, I don't know, maybe. And so all these templates are all worked out. And guys, we'll be happy to show you these examples. Again, if you want to go in the chat and book a call with us, we'll give you an impact analysis. We'll share with you how this all works. We'll be able to take 45 minutes with each one of you privately, show you exactly what you can do with your business. And let me see, let me get back to the impact analysis here. Okay. And you can see that just at 15%, 3 appointments a day that you're actually holding with a higher premium case. Now you're looking at doing over 56,000 a month in business. Makes a big difference, 37,000 a month in business, right? Now the biggest thing, once you get to a certain level, is time. In the first 3 months or so, income really goes up when you implement these strategies, and then it goes up slowly, but it keeps going up. That's the most important thing, is that when you have a system in place, it's very predictable. It's like McDonald's. I don't really eat at McDonald's, but you know whether you get a McDonald's in Dallas, where you're at, or LA, where Nicole was at, or it's going to be the same, right? It's going to be the same Big Mac.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go over these numbers or opportunity cost, but I'll share with you that right now you're doing 6 prospecting, 2 hours per case, commuting. So you're not really commuting, right? We'll put
No.
0 there. Okay. And what you're doing is, here's what your graph looks like here. Obviously, you're spending most of your time. This red or maroon here is the time you're spending prospecting. The green, guys, is what we want to spend most of our time doing. The green is income producing activities,
Right.
which is meeting in front of a decision maker. That's it. Now, with the same thing, when you start having technology do this for you, you have 0 hours prospecting because the software does it all. Selling hours, we do it in one appointment. But one of the things that we do is we know how to give something of value to the client to where when they wake up the next day going, oh my gosh, what did I do? We just put all this money into this insurance plan. Then they have something equivalent of this that shows, oh yeah, these are my numbers. This is all the time I'm going to be saving. This is how much more money I'm going to be saving. This is how much more money I'm going to have at retirement. That's right. That's what I did. Because people buy on emotion, but they keep it based on logic.
Right.
So we need emotion to have them pull the trigger, but then we also need some logic. So when they wake up the next day going, oh my gosh, what did I do? The logic keeps them in the deal. Logic is also how they explain it to their friends. We have to give them ammunition so they can explain it to their friends. What that means is on Friday, when your prospect is meeting there in Dallas, where are they going? Blue, what's it called? Green Elephant? You know Green Elephant? Lovers, right around Lovers area, SMU area. And they're hanging out with their friends on Friday, and they're saying, yeah, I just got this new IUL from this financial advisor. Her name's Leslie. She's great. Cool. A couple beers in. How much money did you pay? Oh man, I've got a great deal. I'm paying $525 a month. And the buddy goes, what? Dude, we're the same age. You got ripped off. I bought the same amount of coverage you did off TV, the TV for $17 a month. And that's where the logic needs to kick in.
Yeah.
If not, the policy gets canceled. That's where this kicks in. Oh yeah, dude, but you're throwing your money away. Those $17, you're renting your insurance. You're throwing that money away. You'll never see anything back. I'm investing my money.
Yeah.
In 10 years, you'll have nothing. I'll have $50,000. That's so important, guys. We need to give these guys enough logic where they can defend it to their friends. The number one thing that men are afraid of today, Leslie, are you married or single?
Single.
Okay, well, this might help you. You know, the number one thing men are afraid of today?
No.
I was actually gonna say the answer. I was gonna say it's kind of embarrassing, but it is. It's being embarrassed. For women,
yeah.
women have a real concern. Women is to be sexually assaulted today. Number one concern. For men, oh, poor us, we don't want to be embarrassed. How cute, right? And so that's the thing is when the buddy is challenging the business owner or your client and he's being embarrassed, if he doesn't have any ammunition from you, he will cancel that policy.
Okay,
Number one fear, to be embarrassed, especially people that he cares about, his colleagues, his coworkers, his friends, his family members. So we need to give people that ammunition. Again, this piece alone, guys, will make you an extra 100 grand in the next 12 months and save your policies that are getting canceled.
Okay.
So how do you do it? Well, in this case, I would say schedule a call with us. We do have all this stuff figured out. It's stuff that we give to our clients. You should have a link in the chat right now, guys. And look at what it does with the time. When you have all the prospecting being handled for you, all this time is given back to you.
Wow. And then I can go even put in more days of the week with that.
Well, that's the great thing is that most people, one of their top things that they want to do when they join the business is have more free time, more flexibility, more time to travel with family. but they have less time. With this alone, just by getting rid of your 6 hours prospecting and having technology do it for you, you're going to save at the end of the year, you can see this, 1,692 hours. Free days, that's 70 days, 70 and a half days that you're prospecting every year. That is, what is that? That's a lot. That's over 2 months. You can not work anything extra, just have technology do your prospecting, and you'll have 2 months that you can take off the year and earn more by doing less, which is what we're all about. And today, guys, for everybody, it's better than ever. People have been pushed into getting comfortable with technology to do things virtually. Right now is the best time to do anything like this. And so I'll get this sent over to you, Leslie. One of the things that you should do, I would recommend, is click on the link and schedule a time so they can dive in it a lot deeper with you and give you some more specific solutions on how you can reach these IUL clients specifically to your needs. And it'll just be a private call using that link.
Okay. Great.
And I'll get this sent over to you. Do you have any questions for me?
Well, because it's all automated, do you, like if I signed up, do I go find the target audience I want to be automated with? And then once I find that target audience, the system starts sending out the templates?
Yes, but we help you do that. With our program, we have unlimited private coaching calls where our coaches will actually help you do that. So not only do we give you a training course, but we have a private coach that will go along with you and help you do that. First thing is, who do you want to go after, and do you want to go after them for the right reasons? Doctors, guys, it seem very attractive, but most people have no business going after doctors. Most agents don't have any business going after doctors. Most agents have a hard time closing somebody of maybe lower education, lower confidence, lower income, and if you have a hard time doing that, then you're going to get slaughtered by these doctors. And so that's one of the things that we do is we talk to you about your history. What do you have experience with? What do you naturally have affinity with? What do you do socially? What do your friends have in common? What your clients have in common? And then together with a coach, Leslie, they'll say, okay, well, tell me, what do you do? Do you have any hobbies, groups you belong to? What do you do with your off time?
Yeah, well, I garden, I read, I fish, and I go to church,
Okay.
Bible studies and stuff like that. So yeah.
So that's a great start. We would, together with a coach, would help you narrow that down to who's going to be the lowest hanging fruit. What's going to be the least amount of effort, give you the most return on your investment of time. And it might be church people, or it might be people that like gardening, or it might be a book club, people that like reading, who knows? And of course, we're not doing it justice right now, but we have a process to together figure out what's going to be the best for you, people that you actually like, you have stuff in common when you're doing your warm up. You know, it's not like pulling teeth trying to talk to somebody, but you're talking about gardening and oh my gosh, and it's springtime and here's what's happening with my, I don't know anything about gardening, beans, my sprouts, my my tomatoes. Look at my tomatoes. My tomatoes are so beautiful. I don't know. But you have something in common, which means you trust each other. We all want to do business with people that we either admire or people that are like us. That's another nugget, guys. For most of us, it's easier. Who is like us? Well, I like gardening. Gardeners are like me. Perfect. You guys can have that bond, that trust, that rapport very, very quickly. People naturally want to do business with. I just started a partnership with a tax attorney, and what we had in common, we're in the same mastermind for the last couple of years. And so now not only are we doing legal stuff together, tax stuff together, which by the way, we give to our agents as amazing prospects, that the CPA, the tax attorney says, you need these insurance products to execute on your tax plan. But it's so cool to be able to be with somebody that we can talk about other stuff like the mastermind stuff where we're talking about the Facebook stuff or LinkedIn stuff, because I couldn't have those conversations with my ex tax attorney. He was just an old school tax attorney. So it makes business way more fun when you're talking to people, doing business with people that you like and that are like you.
Nice.
Cool.
Yep.
Awesome. Well, great to have you, Leslie. And I'll let our team know that to watch out for you, because you'll be a little bit ahead of most people. And I'll give this
Okay.
to them as well. We'll send it to you as well. We'll send it to your email that we have registered for this webinar. And
Okay,
then I
great.
would book a call here, and that way our consultant will have that ready to go, and they'll go in deeper with you and give you a little bit more details of what you can do.
Okay, super. All right. Well, thank you
Awesome.
so much,
Well, great to
Alberto.
have you. You're very welcome.
All
Awesome.
right.
Cool. All right, guys. So we kind of went over a little bit. I want to see if we have any questions that you actually absolutely want. Let's see, Christian, does he only do virtual? I'm not sure who he is, Christian. Do you have your own set of insurance companies? No, guys, we have clients from everywhere. Different IMOs like she had, Leslie, that buy leads. We have all those guys from, I don't know, World Financial Group and Symmetry and Equita and who else? A bunch of those. PHP and all those. We also have the traditional whole life companies, all of them. A bunch of New York Life guys, Northwestern Mutual guys, Mass Mutual guys, Guardian guys. We have investment guys, Edward Jones, Prudential. We have all the PNC guys, State Farms, Farmers, Allstates, Countrywides. But we just help them how to get life insurance up. That's all we do. That's our expertise. So that was your question there. Northwestern guy. He does virtual. Yep. Can I get an email on this entire program? No, we don't send out emails, buddy. Who's this? Who's Cito? Yeah, we don't send out emails. We send out emails to our huge list. We have almost 200,000 agents on our list, and you'll get a couple of those a week with success stories and stuff like that. But email is a inefficient way to do business. As soon as somebody becomes a client, first thing we tell them, by the way, as we go do an orientation, we say, here is how you communicate with us. By the way, here's our community. You can see that on our right here. We were one of the first people in the world to be using this, powered by school. You can see this. This is our community here, where our clients have access to everything. This is how we communicate. We don't use email at all. Hey, Michael, you're asking about you're starting our campaign, and most people are from overseas. Yeah, absolutely. Tell your coach that. I would use a group campaign, group search. You can write that down. So Alberto said group search, but they'll know that. Sometimes we do that, Michael, at the very beginning when somebody doesn't really have any connections. We just want to start having connections right away on LinkedIn. That's an easy way to get very quick connections safely, compliance-wise with all LinkedIn's, without spamming or anything like that. So that might be the reason why they did that, okay? Hey, Glenn, our program is one time. We do have different solutions, Glenn. Glenn's asking about our pricing. Everything we do is custom, guys. I just started working with Jay Abraham. Everybody know who Jay Abraham is? And so he works with the biggest names ever, right? He's all about enveloping, he says, the whole industry. So we're in the process of rolling out all kinds of new things that our agents want. But we already have several solutions depending on the client. From solutions that we help people for free to we have a mastermind that's $36,000 a year. So, and we have a ton of solutions in between. So somewhere in between there will be the best for you. One of the things that we do is we dive into your business very deeply in those 45 minutes and see exactly what it is that you're doing. Where is the number one place that will give you the most impact with the least amount of time and energy, the least amount of effort? Most agents are missing it. Most agents are putting 80% of their time into something that gives them 20% return. And we flip that model. We do use data to be able to do that. So if anything, again, guys, I would book a call. Again, in the chat, you have a calendar, because by the end of the call, you'll know either way. We'll give you the impact analysis and you'll know this is what I need to do. Man, this is the one thing I'm spending 6 hours a day on and I'm not getting a great return on it. Imagine getting 6 hours back, like in Leslie's case. And again, I'm not picking on Leslie, that's very normal. That's what we see between 3 and 6. We had somebody join us yesterday who's a full-time student. And she initially told our consultant, well, I'd love to, but right now I just don't have the time. I'm a full-time student, started in the industry. And then they went to her numbers and she ended up starting to work with us, because from getting rid of all her prospecting time to having everything already done, all the templates, all the messaging that she didn't have to try to figure out on her own. We have everything from here's when you check your messages, here's when you return your messages, everything all laid out instead of her trying to figure it out. It was going to save her. I can't remember the numbers, but it was crazy. It was like 2 months a year in time, in hours. Yeah, Michael, I understand. You need to have a certain number of connections to be able to make that work properly. They might just be working on connections, not actually, hey, we need to sell these people today. First, we need to have a good number of connections. That's probably what would happen. If you're licensed in 20 states, that's going to be awesome. That's more than most agents. Question 1, is it flexible enough for someone like me transition from independent to an advisor? Oh yeah. Christian is asking, is it flexible enough for me? Absolutely, man. We're in 6 countries. We work with all the different regulations, regulatory firms, everything in 6 different countries. Tempest's last name. I don't have enough information, and that's why I asked her. He's asking, what would it cost for Leslie to get started with us? The reason I said book a call with one of our consultants, with one of our coaches, is because they're going to dive in way deeper than I just did in those 45 minutes privately, just about her business, to be able to do her justice. So even though this is more comprehensive, what I just showed you guys, than most agents are doing, and most agents have as far as an understanding of their business, a lot more comprehensive, it's nothing compared to what we actually do with a client. And so the first step is, yeah, just book the impact analysis strategy session. You won't have any obligation to do anything. It won't cost you anything. You'll walk away with your own personalized impact analysis. And then you can apply it to your business, share it with your manager, partner, whatever it is that you want to do. So again, that should be in the chat, guys. Any other questions? Last call for questions, guys. And I have somebody keeps asking about pricing. And I think this is a great opportunity to share with you that you specifically should book a call. People that are so concerned about pricing are people where money, it's a big deal, right? Every decision you make every single day, even to, should I get cheese on my hamburger? How much for the cheese? Oh, it's an extra 50 cents. Nah, no cheese. How much for the large versus medium? That sucks to live that way, guys. Everything based on price. Most people think about price all day long. It doesn't matter. The right question is, how much money can I make in my first 30 days? How much money is the #1 guy doing in the last 12 months? Those are all potential questions. If it's cost questions, you really need us. And I say that with all due respect, that's why I'm not saying your name. You really need us, because that means you're applying that to everything. Let's go to the movies at noon so we get a matinee pricing, right? Let's go on vacation off season, hurricane season, so we get good prices. Kids are probably in public school. And guys, that's no way to live. So if anything, schedule a call with us. It's free. We'll give you an impact analysis. You will get a lot of value out of that call. It makes such a big difference when you stop moving your life or living your life from needs. I need to pay rent. It's almost the first. I need to pay this to wants. What do we want? You saw me at the beginning, Wednesday morning, with my son playing catch with a dolphin on a Wednesday, on a work day. Pretty cool. That's how everybody's Wednesdays should be, hump days. Most people call it hump day. Oh, I can't wait to get through this week. That's not a way to live. So if anything, my job is to make sure you guys get the most value out of that call. Any last questions, guys? And that way you have an opportunity to move your life to that next level. And I'm not saying this to brag in any way, but Jay Abraham, if you know who he is, he's a big legend. He's Anthony Robbins' mentor. He's Damon John from the Shark Tank, his mentor. He's Grant Cardone. You know Grant Cardone? He's now a billionaire. It's his mentor. I just paid him $150,000 to coach me for the next year privately, and I have to give him a percentage of increased profits. I'll probably end up giving him, he says his goal is for me to give him $500,000 in the next 12 months. It's pretty cool when the price is not an option. I was asking about what do you think you can add in the next 12 months with what you see. He said you can add an extra $5 to $6 million in profit. $5 to $6 million profit in the next 12 months. I said, let's go, let's do it. How much? 150,000. That's it? Because I'm focusing on the potential. 5 to 6 million in the next 12 months. All right, let's do it. And so we're working together. That's another thing that we give our clients is the benefit of Jay Abraham and I working together. Got a call with them next Wednesday. All right, guys. There's no phone number to call. You just click on the link in the chat and you're going to put your information there, fill in the information. You can do a Zoom video call. I would pick Zoom video call, guys. That way we can share our screen with you, just the way we did it here. All right, you're welcome, Gerald. You're welcome, John. Any other questions, guys? Again, you have it there in the chat. All right, guys, last questions, any more? Thanks, you're welcome. Just book, says Glenn, awesome, man. All right, everybody. Hope everybody got some value, at least a couple of those little nuggets about no-shows and these little things. You apply them, they're gonna make a big difference. They're gonna make a big difference. All right, everybody, hope everybody has a happy Wednesday, and we'll see you guys soon.